Jingle my bells, it's Christmas in November. DZLBT02 is the new lyrical booster coming in November, and we've gotten a look at the first dress-up of the Halloween batch, Saint Nitric Fenelle. Fenelle is a deck that plays up to 16 orders known as Trick and Treat to net advantage, and once she's grade 3, converts each one in the drop zone to power when she attacks. Additionally, she gives herself and a rearguard an extra critical if you've played 3 in a turn. Now, her dress-up form does that again, but this time on Persona Ride, you'll be able to stand 1 unit. Since trick-or-treating is over, she got a new order called Snow and Sorrow, a grade 3 order that can be played from the drop zone, putting it back to the deck, and then bringing a unit back from the drop zone just like Trick and Treat. And it's also treated as a Trick and Treat. She has some new Christmas friends too. Subra's Guard Restrict makes her threatening with Fennelle's crit and power, Sonora basically respawns herself for free if you don't already have one and increases the power of said critical unit. And the Repleon plays can EV3 to search for a Trick and Treat from the top 7 cards of your deck, and once you're grade 3 if you play a Trick and Treat it gains 5,000, 10,000 if you've played 3, and if you've played 3 you can draw one by retiring it, which is a small cost since Fennelle can continuously bring her back with Trick and Treat. Finally, though not innately hers, Lyrical Shenryi is here. Eldeal gains power only if you've played an order and can move to soul and draw a card if you've played an order or have a dress-up Vanguard. Though a direct buff to these dress-ups, it's also a great buff to Chris Rain, who is currently going to be running high 5 counts. But what about Fennelle? The 4th attack being locked with Persona Ride is disappointing, but at least as a dress-up you can run the base Fennelle as a Ride deck unit and keep the 4 Personas in your deck, since dress-up counts as Persona, and there's no difference in having Saint Fenelle as your Ride deck card unless you really want that dress-up keyword, which would only really matter for Eldeal, but you're playing an order every turn anyways. In addition, the 1st attack will not have Fennelle's power and lack the critical, meaning its pressure is extremely low, akin to Emporio's Restander, which is a bit middling. Fennelle's new rearguards though are great. Repli forms an incredible engine for you to dig through your deck and get those Trick and Treats out. Sonora makes it so you can always have a booster for your restanding rear, and Tupra is okay as a finisher, though its lack of innate threat may make her a tough call to run high quantities of. With many cards leaving the board and a ton of ways to call units from the drop zone, retire matchups are now a simple trick. The new Snow and Sorrow also helps with recursion, though you'll want to be careful not to lose a power threshold by putting it back to the deck. It's a nice present, but Fennelle could have had a sweeter treat than this.